And we are back. Tell me your problems, episode 143. You know the deal. Loaded Viking, live and direct here. Answer a lot of your questions and to try and give instant advice on any issues you might have, anything that's going wrong in your life. Let's hear it. I have got another client in 55 minutes, my man Spencer from Chicago. So that means I have, well, 52 minutes actually to spend with you guys. Tell me your problems. Tell me what's on your mind, and I'll do my best to help you out. What's up, Betsy? I see you, girl. Shout out to Betsy. She is one of my clients. Very proud of her. Completely kicked the Coca-Cola habit, lost weight, got into intermittent fasting, joined the gym. What's up, freaking frugal? Edouard Arnoux. Bonjour, mon ami. How you guys doing? All right, let's get into it. Give me something to dissect. Already 10 people. Don't be shy. The Viking is here. You can tell me or ask me anything. If I don't like it, I'll cuss you out. You look sunburned. No, I'm not sunburned. That's just the light. I got this light next to the camera. I'm not sunburned. I pissed off some people who do dark magic and now they're messing with me. Not a joke. Okay, you've got my attention. Keep going, Aaron Brutus. First of all, how did you piss them off? And what are they doing now? They're practicing their voodoo on you? What's up, cat lady? What's up, Elena? How was Noonfield? It was shit. Listen, I went to a so-called festival last weekend called Noonfield. It was terrible, man. I just don't understand how it was supposed to be a techno festival. I love techno. The DJs were absolutely horrendous. Wasn't good at all. I'm telling you. Also, man, it's hard for me to turn off my brain when I'm at a party like that. Just so many people, they just do things because they think they're supposed to do it, and you can see it in the eyes. They're like dancing, they're just looking around like, am I doing it right? It's not my scene. It's not my scene. I realized that once more after a lockdown of over a year, after COVID for 2 years. I thought I missed festivals, but I didn't. Festivals kind of suck. My husband is a lazy poop, and him laying around all the time drives me crazy. Freaking frugal. Divorce. Leave him. Life is too short to stay with someone that is lazy and doesn't do anything. What are you waiting on? Stop making excuses as to why you can't leave them. Yes, you can. Kick him the fuck out or get the fuck out. What's up, Lenin? Betsy, I got one for you. Would like some advice. At the moment, I'm seem to have hit a weird spot in my headspace and just constantly feeling fully of anxiety all the time, even for the most minor things. I mean, Betsy, when it comes to feeling overwhelmed and feeling anxious all the time, honestly, you just need to simplify your life. Like, really narrow down the things that you do on a daily basis to a few things. When I get in that overwhelmed state, I just basically sh- shut shut down any and everything, and I start focusing more on the gym again. I start running, walking in nature. Walking is so good for anxiety. Just being out there in the elements of nature while simultaneously moving is just the best. So start hiking. Don't stay in your room. The walls are coming at you if you stay there. Also, try to start reading. Read a book. There's a really good book called Stoner. It's called Stoner, Stoner. I forgot who wrote it, but that's a really good book, for example, to read, to just kind of like, it's like a form of meditation. So, walks in nature and reading books. How to deal with toxic people. CUT, cut them out. All right? It's not that hard. Just get rid of them. Why would you try to invest time and time again in toxic people? Don't be angry at a duck for quacking like a duck. I've got a long receding raw, and people make fun of me. I take it personal every time. What is a receding raw? I don't even know what that is. You mean a receding hairline? Then you just go bald. Family drama. It involves sex and lies. They're messing with my health. Strange things. Doctors have no idea. Aaron, then get the fuck out. Relocate. Go to the Caribbean. Lay low in Colombia. Get out, buddy. You should never been messing with those crazy women to begin with. But I know they intrigue you. I know, man. I know you were thinking. You met some exotic girl, and you liked her, and you got turned on. Now you gotta deal with that voodoo shit. They do that, man. They do that in Haiti. The women put period blood in the spaghetti sauce, and then they cook your spaghetti. You're eating spaghetti. You're thinking, this is delicious, and I got a woman that cooks for me. They're doing their voodoo on you. That's real too. Google it. It's a real thing. Freaking frugal. I can't. I would love to. It's the kids. How old are the kids, freaking frugal? If they're older than 18, you can't stay together for the kids forever. Probably also your kids are suffering from the fact that you are in a shitty relationship. Your kids are growing up thinking this is a normal relationship. You're not doing them any favors. What's up, Claudia? I see you, girl. Anthony, my roommates tested positive for you know what. I hope not HIV. I'm guessing you're talking about COVID. Stress, my boss is going to fire me when I get back. Anthony Amato, if your boss is going to fire you because you got corona, dude, then you need a different job, man. Life is too short to be working for these shitty ass bosses. If you get affected by COVID, it happens. That should not be the reason to fire you. Emily, I hope you're doing well. I can empathize with you somewhat. I got some health problems, albeit perhaps not as serious as you've been. I got multiple sclerosis. Emily, you might be worse off than me. Never compare and never put yourself down thinking that someone else's troubles are bigger than yours. I feel for you, girl. I feel for you. So just hang in there, be strong, and try to make life as pleasant as you possibly can. Betsy, that makes sense. These days, I've been cooped in the room, been doing exercises that I can't go days without leaving. I was awake 30 hours. Well, see, if you're not getting REM sleep, if you're not getting deep sleep, you're literally going crazy. You never notice that after a long day, especially when you're hungover, everything just seems dark. When you think about something during the night, you never notice that things are more dramatic and looks just grim and dim and bad. And then next morning you wake up and it's like, huh? Why was I freaking out? That's because you have no REM sleep, no deep sleep. When you go to bed drunk, when you go to bed stoned, you don't have REM or deep sleep. That's why you shouldn't do those things. Sleep is the most important thing. Without sleep, you go crazy. You become weak and the world becomes a dark place. You need to sleep. Lonely. When people smile at me, I feel like they're disrespecting me. Am I right or I'm thinking wrong? If somebody smiles at you, they're not disrespecting you, goofy. They're trying to be nice to you. Of course you're wrong. Now if they're doing this to you, and they're laughing at you. Learn to differentiate between smiling and getting laughed at. People that smile at you are your allies. You should embrace them. Smile back. Be nice. How many therapy sessions did you have since the cancer? Therapy sessions? I does the therapy, Aiden Bernstein. You're looking at the therapist. Graduated magna cum laude from the School of Hard Knocks. I ain't never been to a therapist. I've been to a therapist, but they all sucked. They were scared of me and their mental capacity couldn't it's just ridiculous that we give people the power to supposedly help people with mental health because they have gone to school and read books about it. You either have it or you don't. If you don't have the gift of working with people and really understanding and having the talent of deep empathy, then there's nothing you can do. I had this girl try to be my therapist, and I was looking at her like, you don't know shit. She couldn't figure me out. She was scared of me. Everything about her was wrong. It felt like she was a patient. So anyway, that being said, if you want a real good therapist, you want to turn your life around, look no further. You're looking at him. All right. This is my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. I am still taking on new clients. Betsy, why don't you tell them how I work? How good I am or how not good I am. You can be honest, Betsy. Tell them if I'm shitty. Tell them if I'm lazy. Tell them if I give you bad advice. Let's hear it. I have a problem. I was very skinny. Now I work out. My clothes are getting too tight, and the clothes are expensive. Should I lift lower weights? No, Polonius, no, man. You should just go to, ASOS.com, all right? ASOS.com. They have a house brand, ASOS Design, all right? It's cheap. It's stylish. Just buy some stuff there, man. Don't stop your physical progression because your clothes are getting too tight. That's ridiculous. Unless you're living in a third world country, but you have access to the internet, so can't be that bad. Keep getting jacked, keep getting swole, and buy bigger motherfucking clothes. Stop playing with me. It's like the gift of gab. Exactly. Have you been to the park playground in Antwerp? No. I turned into a barbaric version of myself. Royally City, what's up? Emily, I've had Keynote the last 2 years to slow it down. Hopefully it's worked. Emily, I wish you nothing but the best, girl. I have social anxiety and I'm fighting it. Good. Aaron, I have the same issue. The therapists I met aren't more intelligent than the average on the street. I'm not opening up to you. That's what I'm saying, man. Most therapists suck. Most therapists, they don't know what they're doing. I hate that we have made this something like you can just become. Like, that's like me studying football and reading about football and then getting paid like Messi and being like, I should play at Barcelona. No, fuck that shit. Most therapists sucks, guys. You either have it or you don't. I never took a single psychological therapy class, nothing. I got 4 clients a day that I'm working with, and all of those people's lives are going up, straight up, because I listen. I listen to my people. I think about it. I get to know them better, and then I tell them what the fuck they should do, and it always works because I got it. That's what I do. I don't need a Sigmund Freud course for that. Oh man, Andrew, we're not gonna talk politics, man. No, I don't got political beliefs. Appendix is the worst pain I ever felt. 7 hours in school, it was my painful memory ever. Apollonius, check out their website, man. ASOS.com. Cool clothing. It's stylish. They're very good with their designs, and it's cheap as hell. Just make sure that you buy from their house brand called ASOS Design. Oh, let's read it. Betsy, honestly, Lorenz, that'll be me, has been a life changer. This dude gave me a sense of direction and the tools to go forward. Constant support and advice, and works with you and adjusts for what's best for you. No sticking you in a box, completely working with you and what works best for you. Would highly recommend even advice on products like vitamins, not just, oh, you need to take vitamins. Yes, I literally tell you exactly what to take. I'm hands-on. And everything that I'm telling you, or if I'm recommending you something in terms of the product, which is not really that awesome, but still is because I've used it myself. What's your morning routine? Usually in the morning, first thing I'll do is just sit down on the couch, like check my emails, check the channel, check the business. Then I'll have breakfast. After that, I'll usually take a client, and then I'll go to the gym. Yep. After the gym, a couple more clients. If I can, a live. If I'm writing, I like to write in the mornings. And then, yeah, of course, cooking lunch, cooking dinner, cleaning the place. And then in the evening, I like to go for a hike. Have you been in Middleham Park? Yes, man. That's where I went. I used to be in the hospital there in Middleham. I'm stuck living with toxic people who drain my energy, and I have to wait to move out the house. No, the Alex, how old are you, and why do you have to wait to move out the house? How do I prove to a company that I'm worth employing so that my mom and I don't have to face being homeless by mortgage repossession? Well, how old are you, first of all? Second of all, if you still have time left, you should learn how to program, learn how to code. If you can code, you can get a good paying job anywhere. You can save your mom. Can you tell me why have you mentioned your email below? Because I don't know if you explain. My email is if you're interested in hiring me as a coach. That's why I'm putting it there. So for people to see where they should write me if they want to work with me. 34. You're 34 years old. Well, then The best way of proving to a company that you're worthy of employment is just by being super honest at the job interview and just stress the fact that you're ready and willing to work your ass off. Just tell them, I need one chance and I'm not going to let you down. Put your heart and soul into that. Be with conviction. Tell them, like, look, if you hired me, you are not going to regret it. Boom, boom, boom. Look them in the eye. Make them feel it. Make them feel it, man. I'm gonna get the hell out of my country when the perfect time comes. Yes, good. That's what's nice. This products you've actually tried and tested. None of this buy this product because it's trendy or anything. You recommend things I've had experience with. You also actually explain the why and the how certain products aren't good. Thank you, Betsy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Don't forget to hit, guys, a thumbs up if you appreciate this live. So, don't be shy now. Ask away. Ask me anything you want to know. There is so much hate in this world. Not really, though. Like, that's just the internet. That's media. If you walk outside, man, the majority of people are nice. Just stop drinking the poison. Reading the news, watching media is like drinking a cup of poison every single morning. Stop poisoning yourself. The world is not half as bad as it may look if you read the newspapers. I really need to make you a promo video or something. I agree. I'm always afraid of my own success. What do you think that is meaning of? I think that you are more so. I don't think you're afraid of your own success. I think that you're insecure about the fact whether or not you're able to live up to the expectations that you have for yourself. And subconsciously, you self-sabotage so you never get started, and then you try to explain it as if being afraid of your own success. That's what I think is going on. It's just insecurity. That's what's going on. If you really felt, it doesn't make sense to be scared of being successful. You're scared of not being successful after having told people or having told yourself that you could be successful if you wanted to. So you would rather be that guy that says, you know what, if I could have, if I would have, I could have been there, I could have been that. But really, I didn't want to do it, so I just chilled, and that's why I'm not successful. That's my take on it, my 2 cents. That is literally all I have left to say. I'm going to say to them, thank you for confronting what I was feeling. I was also looking into coding. Ren, look into coding, buddy. Put your feeling into it. Go all in. Watch Braveheart the night before. Watch. There's a movie called Any Given Sunday. Just Google this on YouTube. Any Given Sunday. Godverdomme. Speech. Google that on YouTube and you'll find this Al Pacino epic speech Any Given Sunday. You will love it. They used to make us watch that speech every Monday before we got to work at this hardcore sales job in Stockholm. Not kidding. And we would come out like, get on the fucking phones. It was hilarious. We would all be in suits and then we would be cramped together in a conference room. We would watch this Hollywood movie speech and it would hype us the fuck up. And we would be on the phones like, making deals. Braveheart is an awesome film. Any Given Sunday too. Check it out, man. Go kill that shit. Go get a job and then come back and tell me you got it. I have been manipulated by lots of people whenever I show my true loyalty and kindness. Lonely bloke, but you can't give up. Like, nobody cares that you got manipulated. Nobody cares. The universe doesn't care, right? They go through shit and then they start feeling bad for themselves and they want to pout like a kid. Oh, all this shit happened to me. You know, they betrayed me, they did this, they did that, and you're expecting the universe to be like, oh, you already went through so much, now we're gonna give you a hand. Wrong. No one's gonna give you a hand. No one's gonna pull you out the mud. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear about all the times you got hurt. You got one life, you know. very short time, you will be dead. All right? So you can either have a shitty rest of your time here, or you can understand you got to roll with the punches, buddy. Roll with the punches, keep it moving, ride the wave, get back in the saddle, and keep trying to find good people. You give everyone strength, bro. Stay blessed. Deep life. Appreciate that, buddy. Let's go. I got some verified people in here. How do we let go of toxic friends in our lives, even though we have known them for years? Farhuna, shout hurry. I'm going to tell you a secret, right? The art of letting go of toxic people. You just tell them you don't want to see them anymore, or you don't tell them shit at all. You block them, you cut them off, you move the fuck on. Stop telling yourself it's hard. It's not that hard. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Stop drinking the poison. Stop being with people that put you down. Stop people that like to make fun of you in front of other people to impress those other people. They are not your friends. You're better off without them. Cut them off. Cut them out. Do it. You ever felt like you wanted to confront your ex-dentist? I literally saw my ex-dentist the other day, man, driving to the gym. No, I don't really harbor any hate towards her. She was just incompetent. I saw her. She was working in her front yard. She's an old woman now. She's just incompetent, man. People like, what am I gonna say? You ruined my life. I mean, she's incompetent. There's a lot of incompetent people all around the world. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, fuck it. Yeah, okay, I lost a quarter of my face, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Look at me, man. I'm still on top. I'm still on top. Am I not? I didn't give them the ultimate shit talking card. Because if my face was still pristine, you would think I'm an asshole. And now you don't. So in the end, shout out to cancer. How do we Do you take protein powder each day? Yeah, this one. I'm not sponsored by any means. I wish I was. Green protein, it is tea, rice, and hemp. All vegan protein. That's the only protein powder I take. Fuck way. You're so kind. Thank you. You seem like a very good person. You said that you got into fights when you were younger. Did you start them or did the other guy start them? Oh man, I was a douchebag when I was younger, so I definitely started most of my fights, yeah. I was an asshole, man. Too much testosterone, too much of everything. 18, 19, 20. You know how it goes. I had a damn foot fetish. I can't stop looking at women's feet. I almost went to prison for licking a woman's. Oh, dude. Find yourself a girl that likes it then. Do you reckon welding is a good job? It's a skill that's needed everywhere, so I could probably get a job all over the world. Yes, if you can work with your hands, you'll be straight, you'll be good. Go for it. Do it, man. Get to welding. I'm serious. That's a very respectful job, too. Her mistake cost you so much, I would be furious at her. It is what it is, man. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to Jenny McLean. Jenny. I punched one guy in self-defense and I still feel bad about it. Oh, don't feel bad. Don't feel shy. I got into a crazy fucking fight in Madrid. McDonald's, 5 in the morning. It was already post amputation. I already had a new jaw. And these two Spanish little bastards, they skipped us. They tried to cut the queue. And I said, you guys look like miniature David Diaz. David Diaz, like a Spanish striker player that was active back then. David Diaz used to play for Barcelona, amongst other teams. So you guys look like little David Diaz. You all look the same. And then they said something, and then I said something more. Like hijo de puta, shit like that. And then one of them pushed my friend, and then I went, clocked him. Yeah, that was good. It was a short-lived victory, though, because mere seconds later, somebody punched me in the nose from the side. And I was dazed for 2 seconds. And I took a few steps back, didn't fall over. My nose bleeding. So I'm looking around and I see a bunch of angry Spanish fuckers and just me and my buddy. So I said, it's time to retreat. So I grabbed my buddy. We got out of there. Security guard saved our lives that night. He blocked the door from the Spanish mob chasing us down. That was amazing, man. Then we went to his flat and we had a party until 9 in the morning. Crazy. That's about, I want to say 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Damn, isn't that green protein very expensive? No, man, it's fine. This is like 25 euros for a tub. I got lots of revenge fantasies. You needs to let go. Let it go, man. Don't harder that shit. Didn't you learn anything from Star Wars? Don't turn into Darth Vader, Anakin. Let it go. Come to the light. Speaking of coming to the light, if you appreciate the channel, if you like my content, if you love my energy, getting you through the day, hit the super chat button. It's a dollar sign below. If you send me $1, it'll go a long way. I can buy a drink with it. Really, I can buy food. I'm broke. Why are psychopaths? You need to give me more, man. I fantasized a lot about revenge. I wonder if that's positive or negative. Well, look, revenge can be positive if it's fuel, motivation to get stuff done. But don't get all creepy psycho killer, stalker, revengey. That's not good. Don't let that consume you, that dark energy. Like I used revenge on life to get back to where I used to be. So after my cancer, I was angry at just life for putting me in this fucked up situation. So I said, fuck this shit, man. I can't go out like this. So I came up with a plan, I came up with a vision. Step by step, started building on it. Look at me now, flying high, man. So there's nothing wrong with using negativity or darkness as a way to like fuel your comeback. There's nothing wrong with that. I did a video about that. Wish I would remember the name. What were your first jobs? My first job was at Computer Center in Barcelona. I was a customer service agent. So basically, I had to take phones and help people with IT issues. Yeah, that was fun. Then I met this girl there from Sweden. I moved to Stockholm with her. Then I got the sales job, hardcore sales job at a company called Marcus Evans, which is basically like a light version of the Wolf of Wall Street, just scamming people on the phone all day, and then going out at night getting plastered. It was fun, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Marcus Evans. If you know, you know. And then after that, I worked for BP Oil, the British Petroleum. Well, officially now they're Bitter Petroleum, but you know the company that had this huge oil leak in the Pacific, or is it the Atlantic? I don't know. So I worked for BP, and then I went to work for a company called Adagio, which was a marketing company where I became the sales manager. And then I got sick. So there's a rundown of my professional career. I'm misunderstood and constantly have people making assumptions that are not true. Do you want to be understood? Like, what's the benefit of constantly being understood? And people who make assumptions are not people that you should invest time in anyway. Like, if they can't really, if they're not smart enough to just take their time and figure you out for who you are, then fuck them. Because people stare at you a lot. Yes, si senor. I might be able to go back to Korea at Christmas. Oh, that's so good. Any tips how to deal with the sense of homesickness? Just put together a logistical plan on how you're going to go back, how are you going to make money, how are you going to sustain it. Already look for where you're going to live, look for the flat already, figure all those things out. So when it's go time, you have the means, everything is already taken care of. That's what I did when I was in the hospital bed. I would plan my trips meticulously, and then when I was finally stable enough, all I had to do was buy the ticket. Ooh, we are 30 minutes in. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video or the live. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, then do it. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it means a lot to me. We need to get to 30 thumbs, right? At least 30 thumbs. What's up, George A? Do you have PTSD? I imagine you didn't have issues with crowds before cancer. I still don't got issues with crowds. I went to a festival like 2 days ago. No, I don't got PTSD. Yo, let's go. This is awesome, man. Two donations at the same damn time. Wow. Lord Tunes World, you are the motherfucking man, Playboy. Hey, Viking, you're a beast. Love your channel. You're inspiring. I love you too, bro. Why don't you eat meat? Give me advice to get into veganism. I eat meat. I'm not vegan. I just I take this vegan protein powder because it's really easy on the stomach. Whey and any type of what do you call that? Lactose product, I guess. It's just not good for you. And veganism is good. Let me just point that out too. Like we should all eat less meat. Um, so advice to get into veganism. Well, I'm not vegan, right? So sorry to disappoint you. Glad you can't take your money back. I'm kidding, man. Um, but you should just like start googling vegan recipes, man. That's what you should do. Just start and just take it easy. Don't go full vegan. Go just eat less meat, but keep eggs around. If you can just eliminate meat and just stick to eggs and fish, you're fine. Israel, thank you so much, man. I appreciate people like you supporting the channel. For me, it is really like a massive difference. So thank you, Israel. Thank you. Isn't whey isolate very light to digest? Well, whey sucks, man. Yeah, I've never had a whey powder in my life that went down well. All that suffering must have damaged you. For sure, I'm damaged, but again, I'm rolling with it. I'm rolling with the punches, man. I can't get stuck thinking about how damaged I am. There's no sense in looking back. I can only move forward. Philippines off the table right now. I just want to travel now, but also don't want COVID or go to quarantine. I hear you. Do you think your job attributes to your success on YouTube? No, not really. Not really. I think my success comes just from my brain, from the content that I make. My jaw might lure people in initially. Gotta decline this shit. My jaw might lure people in, but then if you don't make good content, they're not gonna stick. They're not gonna stay. So there you go. What's up, Lois? Israel, you're awesome, my man. Thank you. And once again, thank you, Lord Tunes World. You have really been very generous today. Fish is the best. I agree. And we are all caught up. Average Joe, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you like the content. This motherfucker keep calling me, man. Yo, Pablito, I'm doing a lot. Yeah, what's up?
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing a live session, man. I'm on YouTube doing a live.
Oh my god.
You gotta
That makes me
yeah.
on live.
You're on live. You want to share something with the world? You can go ahead, say it.
Okay, hello world. Life is beautiful. I hope everybody's there and stay there for a long time because Lorenzo likes long live sessions all night longer.
All right. Yeah, your 10 seconds are up. Hey, is it important? Can I call you back? Is it good?
No, just answer this question. Are you doing good?
I'm doing fabulous, buddy. I'm doing great. Rolling with the punches.
Okay, that's it. Love you, brother.
All right,
Have
Papi.
a great day.
All right,
Call anytime.
we talk soon,
Ciao, ciao,
Papito. All right, bye-bye. This Argentinian motherfucker, man. Dude, Lord Tunes, thank you so much, man. God damn, that's crazy. Thank you so much. You are extremely generous. I really appreciate that, right, man. Like, I can't tell you, like, I'm out here busting my ass at the end of the day. I'm trying to, make this thing happen. And people like you recognize my value. And that means a lot, man. That really means a lot. You're going into law enforcement. You're gonna make a hell of a cop, man. Where are you based? Canada, of course. What a dumbass question. Have you ever heard of the show Trailer Park Boys? You know that show? Let me know. Bye, Betsy. Pabelito, great message. I mean, has your suffering increased your anxiety or depression? Depression, no, because I went so deep that now anything that is not laying in the bed puking out black blood is good. So no. Anxiety, yeah, for sure. I got anxiety about getting sick again, about my face rotting away again. But you gotta just, try to master that. Try to master that. Also been smoking a lot less. I used to smoke a lot more weed. I've cut down drastically. And that is something that also I want to put it out there. Like, weed is a silent killer, man. Don't be self-medicating all the time just to get by. Thank you for your service, Lord Tunes. That's what I'm talking about. See, a friendly stranger, we need North people like you to celebrate motherfuckers like Lord Tunes World who come in here and break bread. Without Lord Tunes World, there is no live sessions, there is no content. It's people like him keeping this shit afloat, like double pump barrel salute, man. You're a great man with a big wallet. Working 3 jobs, man, got mad wallet. Lord Tunes, we need to hit up the club together. Why is the best partying and social culture in non-Western countries, or Western countries inherently socially restricted? I mean, you could argue, man. There are some pretty good parties in Europe too. There's a party in Barcelona called Brunch in the Park. Brunch in the Park. It takes place in the daytime on this hill. You're on the hill partying. It's insane. The crowd, the vibe. Like, I've never had a party like that in South America or Southeast Asia. Barcelona has the best parties in the world. How did you smoke? Well, I roll, but I also had a what's it called? What's it called again? This metal thing, like a vape, but specifically for weed. I'm kind of addicted to being depressed. It's easier than trying to be happy and do things. Hope that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I have a video. You should check it out. It's called "Depression is a Blanket." I think that's what it's called. You can actually become very comfortable with being depressed. There's definitely times in my life where I've been there, where I enjoy being moody and gloomy. I used to listen to Johnny Cash and Adele all day, and Leonard Cohen, just sad music. Drive around, listen to sad music, be sad. You can really wallow in your sadness. It can, in a weird way, it can really give you a safe feeling. It's like, if you're depressed, if you're looking at the world like, then in a weird way, it makes it easier. Yo, let's go, man. Lord Tunes World, get the fucking live going crazy. This is insane, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Dude, that's 28 Canadian dollars times 3. That's 60, that's 24, that's 84 Canadian dollars. You are the motherfucking man. Thank you, man. Shout out to Canada, big bank. Weed's better than alcohol, I agree. But the thing about that is, and I always say that the same, but look, the thing about that is weed is kind of like all or nothing. The minute you take 2 tokes of the joint, that's it. You're done. You're baked. Like, you can't really come back from that unless you have 8 hours of sleep. With alcohol, it doesn't work like that. You can easily have 1 or 2 beers, have a slight buzz, and they'll go away. You'll be fine again. With weed, it doesn't work like that. So that's something to keep in mind. How much did you smoke? Too much. How do I get rid of resentments and take responsibility for my part? Well, you already know you're doing it. Like, you're just, by posing that question, you're admitting to it. You know what you're doing. Now you need to figure out why you're unwilling to do something about it. Maybe you just don't care enough because you know it's wrong, yet you keep doing it. So either you don't care enough or you're too weak. Or you're just not doing it because you don't feel like it. The point is, you need to figure out who you are. Maybe you're just that person. Maybe you're just a person who just, doesn't care that much and doesn't want to take responsibility. Maybe you're not the person that your family believes you can be. And then live with it. Own it. Accept it. or show the world that you are that person. Choice is up to you, man. See you, Ren. Appreciate you. Big respect for Tunes. Lord Tunes is the motherfucking man. Shout out to Canada. I'm gonna make a song dedicated to Lord Tunes after this live. I'm not kidding. Weed doesn't destroy your body, but actually kind of it does. Because you don't get REM sleep, you don't get deep sleep when you're stoned. So you're basically just unconscious, laying there, thinking you're sleeping. You're not sleeping. Weed makes you antisocial, man. It really does. Weed makes you also unable to deal with stress. Like, I got to a point where just the smallest things would freak me out, and that's because of weed. Why is weed so good? Because weed gives you a one-track mind. That's why it's so fun to cook while you're smoking. When you're cooking, when you just smoked, it's awesome because you're all into the cooking. When you're listening to music, when you're smoking, it's awesome because you're all into the music. It's just you get a one-track, one-dimensional mind. And that's why it's so cool. When you're talking with someone while you're smoking, you get so deep into that conversation. That's what makes weed so good. But all of that being said, the next day, you're trying to get shit done. And best believe, if you smoke at 8 p.m., a big joint, you're still stoned the next day. You might not be stoned like, but you still are. You are, and that's something people really underestimate. They really think because they think it's gone. It's not gone. You're still like moving slow as hell, and then you gotta got shit when you get it. When you gotta get shit done, all of a sudden it's hard because you can't. You gotta pick up the phone. You gotta do it live. You gotta send an email. Oh shit, stress too much. I can't deal with it because you still have that one-dimensional, one-track mind. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Or am I going too fast? I want to drink water. Good. I'm gonna run out of weed. Quit the weed out here, Joe. It's a Monday. Quit the weed, man. Let's get a streak going. Come on, buddy. Do you follow any well-known self-help life coaches? Not really. Not really. I'm trying to think. Not really. I used to watch Gary Vaynerchuk, but I got tired of him. Yeah. Do you think you will grieve this cancer thing when it's 100% behind you, like in 10 years? It's never going to be 100% behind me, though. Like, I've already accepted it. I live with it, and it's fine. I'm not grieving anything. I don't think about cancer that much. I'm thinking about how can I make this day the best I can make it. Do you ask enough questions, or do you settle for what you know? Lord Stevens, that's a great question. I do think I ask a lot of questions. It's just that sometimes maybe, especially now that I'm living in Belgium again, I have a lack of people who can inspire me and who can open new doors. But that's all about to change because your boy is going to be traveling again soon. I'm going to do some crazy shit. But I do ask questions. And I turn to a lot of elders. I try to talk to a lot more people that are older because they hold a lot of experience and yeah, just like so many things that I've realized over the last 2 years, Then again, there's also nothing wrong with like having a set of beliefs that you have built up based on experiences and things that you've seen and believing firm in those. What is your favorite workout exercise? Basketball. The pill with weed, is it the same? I don't know what you mean. If the pill works the same, I don't know. Do you think your shoulder problem might be connected to your neck? Because my neck is not big enough. My neck is not strong enough. I don't know. What is the day after booze is a hangover. I don't drink anymore. The day after weed is what I call a mongover. It's not good, but I'm usually okay by 12 p.m. That's what I'm saying, though. That's real. That weed hangover is real. It doesn't get talked about. What is going on in your life that you're masking by using weed? Well, I mean, I started using weed to get food in during chemotherapy, but there's always stuff going on. Lord Tunes, if life is so short, why do we do so many things that we don't like and like so many things that we don't do? Because we constantly forget that life is short. We constantly put together this fictional guarantee of a future in our head. That's why people in their 20s are obsessed with their pension plan and things like that. Because we all seem to kind of think and believe that we're all going to grow to be 150 years old. Then again, you kind of need this naive perspective. You kind of need this false reassurance in your head, because otherwise you're not going to be able to remain patient enough to actually build something up. If you want to build your own business, if you want to become something, you got to put in the work. You got to study for a long time. If you know what I mean? And if you're constantly walking around thinking, I might die tomorrow, you're not going to spend 5 years studying to become an architect or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we need that. Nature has given us that on purpose, that sense of naive belief of health. Because if we didn't, none of the shit would be here. Who the fuck would be constructing our roads? Who the fuck would be constructing our houses? They're gonna be like, I could die tomorrow. I'm not gonna make your house. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go dance and enjoy and travel, and the whole world will be traveling and dancing. But who would be, pouring the drinks? Who would be working in the factory where the alcohol is made? Who would be driving the bus that takes you to the party? Like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? Like, it's actually like it's sort of the best. It's sort of the best that we're not constantly aware of how short life is. Because if we were, then we would never achieve anything. My shoulder problem was fixed. No, it's not fixed, unfortunately. It's coming from my neck. Well, the knee, it just helps. My shoulder issue comes from bench pressing without warming up, like an idiot. Yes, I make mistakes too. Question. I dream of learning the piano. I've bought one to learn, but I can't stay focused enough to learn anything. I've had a problem with committing long-term to goals. I want any advice. Find Addiction Instagram. Why don't you just, if you want to learn the piano, then why don't you just tell yourself in the beginning of every day or whenever you have time, I'm going to spend 1 hour just on that. Put your phone off, put your computer away, no internet, no nonsense. Just make that promise to yourself, make that guarantee, and try to get a streak going. Secondly, man, if your issue is focus, then I don't think that you're really that interested. For me, I've noticed that focus is usually intertwined with passion. If I'm passionate about something, then I don't need to tell myself to focus. It just comes naturally. When I'm watching an NBA game, I'm focused because I love basketball. When I'm editing a video, I don't gotta tell myself, come on, focus, because I like what I'm doing. I think you just haven't found your passion, and I think that piano playing is not your passion. Otherwise, it would come natural. Over the mushrooms, I have not. Do you like Conor McGregor? He's entertaining. I'll leave it at that. I think it's funny that people look to Conor McGregor for guidance and role model and life advice. He's just a crazy Irish fuck, man. But he's entertaining. Can there be happiness without sadness? Hold on. Can you bench lightweight without problem? Yeah, lightweight I can bench. Yo, Lord Tunes, you can teach Five Addiction. You're a jazz pianist. Lord Tunes, you are the most interesting man in the world, my man. Yes, stars on Mars, I gotta do the work. Lord Tunes, can there be happiness without sadness, pleasure without pain, peace without war? No, man, yin and yang. You don't appreciate the sun if there was no rain. That's what it is. That's why we love the sun, actually, because it leaves us every single night. It leaves us and puts us in the cold, in the dark. We wouldn't understand, how if something is special or worth it if we didn't, have the other side. That's just the way it is. So you can't have anything like that. And again, happiness is a word I don't like. Happiness should never be the goal. The goal should just be, to live, to be content. If you got 2 happy days in a week, that's a good week. That's the issue now. We're too focused on happiness. That cannot be a goal in itself. It's empty calories. I'm not able to think like that. I always think I can die. That's why I'm like this. My dad died in a car accident. Damn. I broke my arm a year ago. Stupid arm wrestling game. God damn it, man. Those arm wrestling games when you're drunk, I fucked up my arm severely doing that when I was younger. Never, I repeat, never arm wrestle. Just don't do it. It's terrible. Photography and silver spinning on their passions. There you go, girl. I just did a mushroom trip yesterday. It was powerful and very positive. When I woke up, it was all a fuzz. I feel the same as usual. Yeah, that's the thing with drugs. Like when you're in it, it's like, oh my God, I see clearly now. I see it. I get it. And then the next day, you're like, oh, fuck. Like, a lot of it is just temporarily, and you can debate how much of it is just like chemicals fucking with your head and how much of it is actual enlightenment. If you could ask one person alive, dead or alive, one question, what would you ask and who would you ask? All right, this is going to be the last question I answer because I got a client in 2 minutes. Damn, man, that's a tricky one. Who would I ask and what would I ask? I mean, I would probably ask. I don't know, man. I can't answer that question. I never thought about that. It's not, I'm okay with accepting things that I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know. Guys, listen, this live has been amazing. Thank you all so much for it. Can we get extra 5 minutes? All right, I got 5 more minutes. My client just asked me for 5 more minutes. Yeah, man, that's a good question. I want to answer it because you made it rain on a whole different level. Who would I ask and what would I ask? Honestly, I would ask somebody like Julius Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, one of those people. And I would just ask him like, what what was your, how does it feel? How does it feel to be who you are now? Do you have any idea who you are and who you will be in history? Something like that. I would love to have a conversation with like one of those, you know, historical figures. Yeah, that's a good one though. I would love to go back to like the Egyptian Empire and just like right before shit went left, see what happened, why it happened. Stuff like that intrigues me. I've been reading a lot also about the the Mayas and the Aztecs, people wiped out basically by the Spanish conquistadors. That's so crazy. They went there and they just thought they were gods, so they just let them all in. Anyway, I guess to go. I guess to go. Guys, thank you so much. I want to give a special shout out to my man, Lord Tunes World. You are by far, without any shadow of doubt, the MVP of this live session. Thank you for your generosity, man. It really means a lot. You should do videos of your readings and studies. I might do that. Thank you for the advice, Andrew. Thank you all for coming out. I'll be back with more live sessions soon. I have to coach a client now. My man Spencer from Chicago. If you are interested in doing private video calls with me, so we can do this, but privately, so I can see your face as well, send me an email, lorenz.dries@gmail.com. That's LORENZ.DRIES. So that's Lena, Oreo, Romeo, Echo, November, Zorro, Sorrow? I don't know. Tatris. I'm out, guys. I love you all. Thank you. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do many more of these. I'm locked in again. Things are turbulent, but a new dawn is upon us. A new time is here. I love you all. Peace.